Thank you, Caoirleach, and I'd like to welcome Mr. Dollard and his team, and also to acknowledge, like other speakers, the improvements that have been made since members of the board were first with us in 2017, and the initial briefing we had with the department at a meeting here. And I think the professionalism shown has improved greatly, and I think that has to be acknowledged and congratulated on balance. Just in terms of the numbers and that, I noticed that, and something I brought up previously, is that in terms of sales and marketing, that we're trying to drive the industry forward and increase numbers coming through the gates, that it's vacant, and you were taking that role in terms of sales and marketing. Is there any plans to get someone into that role?
Yeah, thanks, Deputy. Currently, there are no plans. I suppose we obviously have to be conscious of costs. I'm very happy that the sales and marketing function has been well serviced and run. I've taken direct responsibility for it. I have a head of marketing who leads the marketing function. I now have a board member with a very specific marketing skill set. There is a lot of work being done in terms of a rebranding of the organisation because of our renaming to Greyhound Racing Ireland. On the sales side, there's obviously a direct link between encouraging attendance at stadia and the work that the Director of Events and Hospitality Services is doing in relation to encouraging people into our restaurants. We have taken on a business development team. We have a dedicated business development executive for Limerick, Cork, Waterford, Galway, Shelburne. I might be missing one or two, but they are out there chasing business, and Philip is taking a lead role in relation to chasing to that. So the combination of the two, while it would be nice to have a separate director of marketing, I am satisfied that the function has been well pushed. Right,
because I would think that's critical in terms of, you mentioned you got someone new on the board that has marketing experience, and also in terms of you outlining the team that you have, but that's obviously going to be critical in terms of attracting sponsorship, attracting new people into dog racing. I think it also has to be acknowledged in terms of, you have the primary legislation there now that you were calling for, and that predated the enactment of that, and the discussion that we had in the Oireachtas predated the RTE investigative programme. I think it should be, credit should be given to the industry in terms of the work that they are doing to promote animal welfare. I think we have to look at these things in balance, and that's one thing that can be lost when we focus on one programme, because there is huge efforts, and I can see that now, the efforts that are being made by the industry. Just in terms of your capital investment, I just want to ask just briefly about Mullingar in terms of increasing capacity there and the capital works that are due for increasing the capacity. Is there any detail on them, how it's progressing, or has it gone to tender yet?
Thanks, Deputy. To the Chair, the capital works refer to our new escape stairs from the upper floor restaurant, which we are currently restricted in capacity on. I accept the process has taken a while. It seems to be difficult to get professional parties to deal with what they see as small jobs in the current economic climate. We have obtained planning permission. We have received the disability access certificate. There's been a bit of back and forth with the fire chief in relation to the fire safety cert, and I think that is due by the 25th of September. We will then go out to tender for it, and we will bring the tender recommendation back to the board for decision.
Is that far away until it gets to the board, would you say, in terms of timelines?
I'd say realistically, all things going well, if there was somebody on site early in the new year, you'd be doing well.
Right. And then just in terms of Longford, obviously it's in private ownership. We all know the issues surrounding that. Has that the support of Board Nagan to go back racing in terms of regulation, etc.?
Yes, I mean, we made no decision in relation to Longford. The directors of the company, for valid reasons, made the decision themselves. If Longford resume racing as is anticipated, we will support it fully as we have up to this point.
And you've received notice that it is going to resume?
From contacts I've received and from social media postings, I think the 23rd of September is the date they're suggesting to reopen, having done the fire safety works.
Okay. No, thanks for that. I think I'd like to wish the industry well. Obviously, it's a huge week for them to have their derby on Saturday, which is the pinnacle of the racing calendar, and just to wish them well with that, and I hope it is well supported.
Thanks, Deputy.
Thank you indeed, Deputy Burke.